All right, guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About Life. In today's segment, I'm going to be discussing why there are so many men who are involuntarily celibate, aka can fall into the incel category. And for those who don't know what that means, it's essentially a man who is unable to have sexual relations with a woman. And in a lot of cases, they have poor communication skills with women. Now, before we really dive into the video, I want to just share a few things with you guys, okay? A lot of men are struggling because they never had to grow up. We're living in a world where everything is easily accessible, okay? You have the internet, you have your games, you have financial aid, whether it's coming from the government or other programs that are willing to help families that are struggling, or what I would like to say, people who are lazy. Some need it, some don't, but they both get the same treatment, okay? So we're living in this age where you really don't have to work too hard to just scrape by, to just live. Now, if you want to have an above average lifestyle, if you want to stand out from the crowd and become a successful person, that is when you will have to put in a lot of work, whether you're working smart or working hard or a combination of both. These men that I spoke about, the title of this video, they lack effort, the will, the drive to become something more than just average or below average. So women are going to be the byproduct of their failures as far as them not being able to get them, okay? So this is why you'll see in a lot of cases where you will have a mediocre to below mediocre guy, and if he's fortunate, he might end up pairing with a mediocre to below mediocre girl, right? Both in a similar situation, whether they're not taking care of their body, their finances, they're not really doing much with their life. So you'll see them pair off. But you'll notice that even a lot of men on this category are not getting any women. So you'll have some girls who are below average to mediocre that will settle for a person around their level. However, in a lot of cases, you'll find a lot of these guys with no one. They're single. Again, they're single not by choice, but by circumstance. And a circumstance that they do actually have power to change. But unfortunately, they don't have the will. They lack the desire to do so. And instead, as you will see on this post, you guys can see that I did a video where I spoke about how to weed out women. And as you can see, a lot of comments on the Facebook group. However, when you look at these comments, very few of them are actually stating thank you, or I'm going to watch this video, or I'm going to take heed, I'm going to learn from it. Most people are trolling about their poor circumstances and making it seem like, quote unquote, being a man whore is not a cool thing and it's easy to do. Not realizing that you can tell this person lacks sexual experience because if he had actual knowledge on how to deal with women, he would understand the basics. When it comes to a woman being a whore, that is easy because as the social dynamics dictate in our society, we are pursuing women. You have a lot of men in society where they may be married, they may have a girlfriend, they may have several girlfriends, and they're still out in the market looking for more women. While then you have the guys who don't have any women that are still trying, but they're just not succeeding, okay? So when you look at the sexual marketplace, the dating place, you'll realize that a lot of these men do not have what women are looking for. The same way where I will tell women on this channel that men are not looking for hoes. We'll fuck you, but we're looking for women who have restraint, accountability, okay? They don't just indulge in sleeping with every man that they find hot, because that will not make a good long life partner. Certain attributes and characteristics that you will develop by being promiscuous will prevent you from having a fruitful relationship long term. That can go for men as well. But the difference between the men and women is that a man's sexuality, what attracts a woman to a man's sexuality, does correlate with him already having experience under his belt. Meaning that if you are inexperienced as a man when it comes to sex, or when it comes to just that sexual communication, body language, the way you flirt, the way you express yourself, the woman will be turned off if you lack these traits. If you're not good at being able to turn on a woman based off of conversation, the way you look, the way you speak, the way you sound, the way you're dressed, a lot of traits are comprised into what a woman will actually go for. Now, I'm not saying that you have to check mark on everything I just explained. The more of these things that you do have that are on point will increase your odds as a man of getting into relationships or just getting sex from women. Now let's get to the point of this video. When it comes to men, why are men incels? Why are men involuntarily celibate? Well, one of the points that I mentioned earlier in the video, which is one of the major points, lack of motivation, lack of desire to improve into becoming a man that women will want and a man that other men will respect. There's a disconnect here. So what we can see is that a lot of men, the reason why they don't get laid unless they're paying for it is because they are subpar to below average men. And when I say below is they're not doing anything with their lives. They're just existing, doing whatever hobbies they do, whether it's playing video games, card games, going out, spending time with family, whatever it is, but they're not actually improving their circumstance, which is getting your money right, getting your looks on point, taking care of your body, getting in shape, okay? There are so many things that you could be doing with yourself where you can become a better man. But not only that, you will reap the benefits of becoming said man. Women will be attracted to the type of guy you are if you are becoming a somebody. Now, I'm not saying that all of you have to become successful where all eyes are on you. But what I am saying is you have to be self-motivated to make changes in your life. If you are not, you won't get far with women. Therefore, you will be involuntarily celibate. Most of the guys in some of the posts that I just showed you, they want a woman, but they're in denial, or they're trying to display as if they don't need it. Like, oh, there are guys that are into their hobbies and that's what they're happy with. No, companionship outside of platonic ones are necessary. It's necessary for being a human being, okay? Which is why you were put on this planet because of what? Procreation. But a lot of these men are unable to procreate because they are not being selected by women. So that is one of the first primary problems we have. Lack of desire to change their lives. Now, we'll go and touch up on pornography, the internet, all of these escapes out of reality. There's so many. Whether you're on social media apps, you are playing video games, you are indulging in card games, you are essentially removing yourself from reality, which is putting you in the state of feeling good even though you may still be depressed. So you're getting all these moments of feeling good despite your circumstance being shitty. All this is doing is it's allowing you to cope with your bad situation instead of doing something about it. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel down. But you need to be able to change that around. You have to stop indulging in all these things that you may be doing and start focusing on the things that I've been teaching you guys. Okay? Now, last but not least, but this is something that I will touch up on. there are people in your life that you will need to separate from, okay? Whether they're friends, family, whoever you surround yourself with. These individuals will be holding you back from becoming a somebody. There are individuals in our lives that they're okay with seeing us down. They're okay with seeing us overweight. They're okay with seeing us poor. They're okay with seeing us not getting any women, even though they know that we want women. They're okay with our shortcomings, but they're not doing anything to help motivate you to turn those shortcomings into strengths, to change your life around. So this is also attributing to my first point where I said lack of motivation, lack of desire. The people you keep around you will essentially determine how far you can go in life. If you're hanging out with people that are not doing well or that are very complacent and don't want to motivate to do more, then you will essentially be the sum of that reality. So what you need to do is surround yourself with people, like-minded individuals that are not okay with themselves and that are improving, that are working out hard in the gym, that are going out and trying to get the best jobs, constantly applying for new jobs or getting new trades or getting something that can promote them and put them in a better financial situation. And last but not least, you have to separate yourself from the individuals who are holding you back. So now guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Pretty short, straight to the point. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. Guys, it's not easy to get to a point of success. It's not easy to become a man who is desirable, especially when you want to appeal, when you want to peacock to the women that you're attracted to. Because we all want to be wanted in one way or another. However, you need the right structure in order to point you into the direction that you need to be going. If you have any personal questions, don't be a stranger. You can always message me on my social media. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And as always, this channel is all about you. Catch you guys on the next video.